I sat there on that cliff, and all the parts of you that think about, I want a snack right now, or I want to watch a movie, or I want to put on some music, or I want to take a picture of this moment, even of this beautiful spot. I want to take a picture of it, or I want to call my friend, or I'm thinking about, what I'm trying to achieve later, or any of that, all that stuff that goes by. I sat on that cliff and I just watched it, Like, a lot of that stuff was like noise happening in me. And I just didn't respond to any of it for a while. Pretty simple. I just didn't respond to any of it. And then I started to just, really hear the sound the waves make as they curl over the rock. I started to actually hear it. I started to actually like feel the sand in my hands and my toes. I could taste the ocean breeze, and I could actually feel the air going through my lungs, And there was this part of me that then chimed in and was like, oh, peace, this is peace. But that part of me that started doing that, I saw it. And it's like, who is that even that says this is peace, or this is good, or this is bad, or this is what I was looking for, or this isn't what I was looking for? Who is that? It's just more noise, just like the other stuff that wants you to turn on a song, or, pound a beer, or whatever. So again, I just didn't respond to that. I just let that go by too. I just kept letting things go by and, just vibing. Didn't really know how to explain it. It wasn't like anything necessarily that I was doing. I was just sitting there, just living. And the more things that go by that you don't identify with or attach to or grab onto, eventually stuff stops going by. That's what happened. Everything kept going by. I didn't grab onto any of it. And then eventually things stopped coming by. Because maybe all that falseness, all that stuff realized he's not going to bite. As if I'm a fish in the ocean and somebody has their line cast in with some bait on it, trying to hook me. Oh, let's tempt him with this tasty treat. Once the fisherman that is my falseness, once the fisherman that is the falseness and the illusion in this world realized that this fish isn't biting anymore, they moved on. So there was no more bait hanging in my face anymore. And it was at that point that I started to see the falseness in a very real and very clear way that, to be perfectly honest with you, I never actually had before that moment. And I knew, just full body, full heart, full spirit, full mind, knew that no bait was ever going to tempt me or trick me again. No matter what bait any fisherman or any falseness or any illusion or any ego or whatever anybody wants to call it, no matter what bait anybody ever cast into the water of my life, I would never bite it again. Because I could see what it was. A trick. Just falseness. A lie. And the funniest thing is, once you really see that and know that, it's like all the falseness that is the fishermen, that are the illusion, that want to hook you, your own ego, your own mind, the own deception that lives in you and all around you in this world. They just recognize all the falseness. It just knows, don't mess with this. Don't even waste your time on this guy. He's not going to bite. He's free. So now falseness doesn't come at me anymore. And I know that sounds strange, but it doesn't, you know, because the fishermen, they know me. They know who I am. They know that I'm here now. And they know that this fish is not biting. They say, don't go over to that area. Not only does that fish not bite, but he's also telling all the other fishes not to bite our lures anymore. You know, there's this part of us that's always reaching or striving or looking or seeking something. People in the material world are seeking, you know, money, fame, power, status, validation. You know, people in the spiritual world are seeking enlightenment, and people in religions are seeking God through their doctrines and dogmas or whatever it is. And it's very simple. When you stop seeking, the truth rises in you, and it becomes undeniable in you to such an extent that the part of you that would ever care again what anybody else thinks about you, it dissolves. That's pretty much what happened to me on that cliff. I lost all my caring about what anybody would think about me, even myself. I don't even think about myself anymore, nor do I worry about what any of the other selves are thinking about me. I just am what I am. And you get to this undeniable truth rising within you to such an extent that it's like, you just are what you are. You know, period. I'm not on some like mission now to save humanity or anything like that, though some of the things I've been saying in my videos lately are deeply challenging and uncomfortable to some people. To others who like it, they may also think, oh, this guy's really doing some great work. But I'm not. It's not some great work that I'm doing. It's not a mission. It's not anything like that. It's not my purpose. I don't need purpose. Purpose is just another thing that people seek to try to fill themselves. I don't need to fill myself. I don't bite the hook anymore. You see what I'm saying? The things that I say in these videos, I say because it's just who I am. It's just what's happening. There's no point to it. There's no meaning to it. There's no, you know, purpose. There's no trying to do this or trying to do that. I just am. And, you know, I say stuff. That's what happened to me on that cliff. So, if anybody was to ask me, which somebody has asked me this in my personal life that's been watching my videos, they got a hold of me in person the other day. They said, Nathan, are you enlightened? And what is enlightenment? And so I'll answer this to all of you here. I'm not enlightened. I want to make this very clear. I'm free from the foolishness in me that would ever even seek such a thing. Because we're not broken and we're not missing anything. And there's nothing that we're going to get or achieve in this world that's going to give us what it is that we're looking for. They're just lures cast into the sea trying to catch fish. Fish who don't know that it's a trick. And I'm telling you, it's a trick. There is no such thing as enlightenment. It's just another falseness. It's just another illusion and deception. Become free from the part of you that would seek such a thing, and you will know the truth that I have come to know. And you will come to know the place that I live from. That's what happened to me on that cliff. Undiluted, unfiltered, that's the truth of what took place there.